Hello, fellow conspiracy theorists across time and space. This is Joseph Armstrong. I haven't been sleeping, I haven't been eating, I haven't been doing anything but making logo number 2 for the past couple weeks. That's actually not true. I would be invisible. I'd be too skinny to see at that point. I would stick out my tongue, and you would think I was a floating zipper. Here is the old logo. I used to have it in like this organic kind of cutout frame, like you kind of cut it out randomly with scissors. I actually made this logo in Colorado last year when we went out to visit my aunt. Me and the family. Wife, 3 kids, crowded van. Every time I think about how I made that, it takes me back to the hotel that we stayed in and just the scenery and everything. It's just, oh, can't wait to go back. It's a beautiful state. The first one was very realistic, very focused on trying to be realistic, but it was still very, obvious that it wasn't real. So like I had a texture in the scissors, and there was a gold gradient in the text down here at the bottom that gives Ezekiel 22:25, and it had the pages flipping as best as I could make them look like pages that were flipping, and a gold gradient with the little tiny separations for the pages. Let me see if I can zoom in on them right there, those kind of things, and just all this detail that I put into that one, and then having the brushed gold background, and it worked well, and it's looked pretty good for the last year. I haven't been content with it though ever since I made it. I was just like, this is what is going to work for now, but I'm not necessarily where I want to be with it. And I'm not saying that I am where I want to be right now. I'm not the designer that I was last year. Last year I was not the designer that I am now. So what I've made now, I think, is an improvement. You guys can tell me what you think down in the comments. If you like what I did, if you think anything should be changed, you can let me know, and I will consider your perspective and see if there's something that I should actually add or change or delete or whatever to the logo that I've made. But this is the one that I've made now. I'll be putting it up in this video in a couple of different ways, short videos, and just bringing it up on the screen and stuff. And one of my friends from Facebook wanted me to explain the logo because he wanted to know the significance of it and stuff like this. So there's a lot of significance built into the first one, the gold, the value of the Bible and stuff like this. The gold gilt edge, realistically, the Bible. The pages were meant to be like a fiery kind of look because they had oranges and yellows in them and things, with the fire of God coming down. And at this point, it's conflicting with the skizzers, which want to cut the Bible up into little pieces. And it is coming down, and the scissors are stretched to max capacity. They cannot go any wider without breaking. This is something that I'm not necessarily bringing over into the next logo. So it's got the conflict of the satanic element wanting to pervert and cut up the Bible and cast it into the fire, but the fire of God is coming down, the sword of the word of the Lord, with the fire is coming down in wrath on these skizzers, which it is defeating. And then it's got the verse, there is a conspiracy, and then it goes on among the prophets of Israel. And it does have significance. It's not directly trying to say, no, this is, there is a conspiracy. That's what the verse says, because it has the ellipsis marks. It's obviously out. It's removed from its context, but it is not inappropriate to be used for this, even when it is in its context. So it's a valid verse to be using, in my opinion. And there was a goldish kind of ring around the first one. This one has a gold ring around it. And it's got the scissors and the Bible. Both of them are divided in half. So the Bible, obviously, the Word of God, quick and powerful, sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and it is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. That's Hebrews 4, I believe. And it has cut the scissors. And conversely, the scissors have cut the Bible. And they have. But it's not like it's not alive. Christ bruised the serpent's head. The Bible had its heel broken. And, of course, the two halves of the Bible stand together with its binding, and, that has been cut. But the scissors, once they're cut in half, are completely inoperative. You can still use the Bible when it is cut down the middle. You can do whatever with it. But it survives. The scissors, when they are cut in half this way, do not survive. The gold outside edges of the Bible, these shapes right here, are gold. You can't see that, obviously, because this is a black and white paper tablet. It's got the pages. This is actually the bottom side of the Bible. So if I was holding a book, let me get Xavier Haze out here, it would look something like that is how I have the Bible. I made those a little bit bigger because it was hard to see them. These little wedges that are cut into the paper to show a distinction in the pages. Right there, those little wedges. I made them bigger so they'd be easier to see when the logo is smaller. Thank you, Brandon Peterson. And that was very interesting to learn that you made the website for 2,000 Mules. That was really cool to find out. And when you guys see this logo in color, you'll see also that this one page is separated from all the rest. Used a little stroke along the edge. That's a completely different line from the rest of the shape. So it's I forget what it's called, but it's not a uniform line that would look like a bar. It's a line that gets thicker at the middle and then thins out at the ends. So it makes it look more like a piece of paper with a little bit of a highlight here in the middle. And this page is red. I was thinking something different, but I like what Charles Evans thought. I don't even remember what I was thinking before, but that page is going to represent the Gospels. The red, the power of the other two testaments lies in the Gospels. It's in the middle. If the person is holding this from behind, like if I'm holding this, then that page would be in the right spot to be the Gospels. I think that's pretty much a good explanation of it. I didn't really like the organic cut shape that I made around this. It was kind of like my burst into freedom of making this logo, because I tried to be as precise and uniform as I possibly could. But making that organic shape was just part of me, just like, I'm just going to do something free-handed once and leave it, just to kind of counter this perfectionist side of myself. This time I went with a circle, which I'm trying to bring more into my branding. That shape doesn't necessarily play well in all my applications that I want to use it in. The weird organic shape, but the circle is going to play in a lot better. It's going to fit in more spots. It's going to look cleaner. And also the gold ring around here is brushed, if you can't tell. And it gets much darker and much lighter as it goes around. And also the scissors took forever. If I remember to, I'll put the working document, a screen capture of the working document up here so you guys can see. It took a lot of work to make this thing. The scissor handles where your fingers go in first, those were reversed from how they are now, and it looked unnatural. Like I couldn't think of putting my hand inside of those scissor handles, so I flipped them. And I was like, okay, that looks more like I could grab those scissors, and, you know, they are, you know, something that you could actually think are real scissors that are usable. I guess just one more thing I'll just point out, and then I'll be all done. This will just be the end of the video. I'll have all the links down in the description as usual. If any of you guys want to support us monthly, if you guys want to make a one-time donation, if you guys want to buy any of our merch, which has gotten pretty cool. I've got a design with this new logo, which looks sharp. I love it. There's a link to that down in the description. These little lines right here, ding, 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 ding. There's 3 over here. There's more pages over here than there is here. It's not thicker, but you get the point. So this would be the Old Testament side, which is larger, and the New Testament side, which has fewer separations. So just thought I would throw that in there. And if you guys want us to be doing this full time, allow me to actually delve into this controversial Bible version conspiracy topic like it should be delved into, you guys can help us toward that goal by going to patreon.com/Bible version conspiracy as one word. And you guys can help support us for anywheres from $1 a month to $35 a month. That's our peak right now that we have as far as the tiers. Yeah, you guys can help us toward our goal of going full-time in this this YouTube endeavor. I would appreciate it very much. You guys can go to do a one-time option at our PayPal account, which there is a link down in the description for that as well. Have a great day, and stay tuned for more exciting, riveting, glorious videos from the Bible version conspiracy.